LinkedIn is now rolling out their new freelance services marketplace globally after gaining more than 2 million users in a small US beta. 40.7 million Americans are expected to be fully remote within the next 5 years, a statistic that was dramatically accelerated by the pandemic. So LinkedIn is taking advantage of a massive opportunity to leverage a freelance marketplace on their platform that currently has over 800 million users. So how can you make money as a freelancer on LinkedIn? Will their freelance platform compete with platforms like UPWORK and Fiverr? If you're interested in making some great side hustle money as a freelancer on LinkedIn, I'll be covering everything you need to know to get started today. I also want to give a huge shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, but more on that later. Okay, so let's first take a look at how you can set up a freelance service page on your LinkedIn profile. So the first thing you need to do is go to your profile. So I'm going to click on me and then click view profile. Okay, on my profile, you can see that my freelance services are set up right here. If you're just now setting yours up, you want to click on this open to button, and then you're going to have an option right here that says providing services. That's what you need to click on. Once you click on that, I'll show you now what your different options are going to be. So I'm going to click on this edit button here. Okay, this is where you set up your freelance services. So my main skill set in database administration is not in here yet. You can't type anything you want in here. You have to select from what they currently have available. And this is honestly one of the downsides at the moment for me. So for database administration, again, that's my main skill set. It's what I make all my money in basically. And at the moment, I can't add it to my profile. So as a workaround, just for now, what I did is I selected some of my other skills: database development, data reporting, IT consulting, business analytics. Those are just other skills I have that are kind of related to my main skill set, and I'll leave it this way until they hopefully eventually add in database administration. So what you can do is just type in your skill and hopefully it'll be here. So, let's say I wanted to add video editing. I'm actually getting a little bit better at that slightly. I could just select video editing right here, and it adds it into my services. This is what you're gonna do to add in all your services that you want clients to be able to find you for. And then you can move to the next section, which is adding your About Me. So if you have a freelance profile on Upwork, this section right here is very similar to your profile overview. The main difference is that on LinkedIn, you can only add up to 500 characters. On Upwork, you can add way more. So my goal here was to make this short, simple, but also showcase the problems that I can solve and give the client some examples of, really big time clients that I've worked with in my career. If you're a new freelancer, I would really focus heavily on making this section about the problems that you can solve for clients. Don't really make it about all your accomplishments and try to fit that into 500 characters. Keep it simple and, focus on the problems that you can solve for clients and how you can make their lives easier. And after you finish your About section, the next part is really you describing the type of work that you want to do based on location. So for me personally, I'm only interested in doing remote work, so I selected this option here. I don't have this next part selected. If I was really trying to win a bunch of freelance jobs on LinkedIn, I would maybe consider turning this on. I personally get so many DMs and messages on LinkedIn, so I don't have it on just to filter out some of that spam stuff. But if you were really trying to, get a bunch of freelance jobs, you don't get spammed all the time like I do, you might want to select this. It'll basically just allow people to message you who you're not connected with. And this last part is just the visibility. My services page is available to anyone who can see my profile. And then all you have to do is click save, and that's it. Your freelance service page is basically ready to go from that point. And when you're just starting out, the most important thing that you can do is get some reviews on your profile. So if we go ahead and scroll down, you can see the review section. If you're just starting out, make sure you get some reviews on your profile. It's going to showcase the quality of your work and give clients confidence in you. And from what I've seen so far, it's based on a credit system. So you can see I have 19 out of 20 credits available. And I'm assuming that's because I already have this review here. So I could invite 19 more people to leave me a review. So all you have to do is click on invite to review, select what services that you want to be reviewed for, and now you just basically find whoever on LinkedIn that you're connected with who you've worked with in the past. And this is actually my wife's account here. So if I clicked on my wife and clicked invite, it would send her a notification, I think through email, and she could log in to LinkedIn and give me a review. I'm not going to do that. She may not give me a good review, and that wouldn't look good for clients. So this is the process that you would go through to invite someone to give you a review that you've worked with in the past. And really from this point, the only other thing that you can do, you can share your page, and this just creates a post on your LinkedIn that says you're available to providing these services. I'm going to change this to administration since that's, my main skill set. And I'll probably take off the IT consulting, that really isn't needed. And sure, the rest of this looks good. I could throw on some more hashtags. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and just post it. And there we go. So this is something you can definitely do if you have a bunch of connections that may be interested in your services. This post will make it very easy for them to see the services that you offer and also look at your freelance services page. So you may be watching this video and thinking, this looks great, but I don't have any freelance skills. Or maybe you want to learn a freelance skill that's higher paying. I'm a true believer that the most successful freelancers are lifelong learners. So before I tell you about some updates coming to LinkedIn's freelance marketplace that you definitely need to know about, I first need to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video who can help you obtain the freelance skills you need. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators. Explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. Skillshare is awesome because it has classes for basically every freelance skill that exists on Upwork, Fiverr, and even LinkedIn. Examples of topics include freelancing, graphic design, creative writing, and even customer service. Another great thing about Skillshare is that most classes are under 60 minutes with short lessons that fit really well into my busy schedule that's full of freelance clients and creating YouTube content. One of my favorite classes on Skillshare that I really enjoyed is YouTube Success, Script, Shoot, and Edit by MKBHD.
Hey, what's up? I'm Marquez Brownlee, aka MKBHD.
I'm always pushing myself to take my YouTube content and channel to the next level, and who better to learn from than one of the best YouTubers on the entire platform. Skillshare is created specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads and they're always launching new premium classes, so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. The first 1,000 of my subscribers who click the link in the description below will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare so you can start learning new freelance skills today. Thank you so much Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Okay, so now that your LinkedIn service page is set up and optimized, how can businesses or clients find your service page? So clients will come to this page, linkedin.com/services, to find freelancers on LinkedIn. You can also get to it from your profile or the main LinkedIn page. If you go over to work and you scroll down to services marketplace right here. The services page right now is really similar to Fiverr or the project catalog on Upwork. You have popular services that you can select from, and then you can also type in what you're looking for. Again, the service has to be in their selected services. There's about 200 of them right now. They're going to add to it. So database administration, again, does not show up in here. A client would basically have to find me through one of those other services that I selected. So if I go ahead and click on database development, you basically get a big list of freelancers with that skill set. Right now there's 47,000 different results. So if we scroll down, this isn't like Upwork. I don't have any history on here, so you can see I'm not in this top list anywhere. Knowing my luck, I'm probably on the last page. And there's just so many people in this, 47,000 freelancers. Okay, let me show you the best chance that you have of getting invited right now. We're gonna click on this Get Proposals button. So as a client, I would go through and fill out everything about my job. Let's just select some of these. So the last thing the client does is click Get Free Quotes. And this part is really confusing. It doesn't say how many freelancers this will be sent to, but remember there was over 47,000 freelancers with my skill set. So it sends this job to some amount of people with that skill set, and then they can send proposals to the client. I feel like this part needs to be really evaluated and improved because there were so many people with that skill. I don't know how LinkedIn is coming up with a curated list based on all those freelancers. I can basically guarantee you that I won't be in that list though. So this part definitely needs to be improved. So personally, what I would love to see from LinkedIn would be a way for myself as a freelancer to search for jobs. Right now, this is very similar to Fiverr and the project catalog. It's actually, lacking features that both of those have, but that's really the experience that they're going for here. As a freelancer, you can't find jobs yourself. A client can't post a job and have people, find it, submit proposals. It's all based on like an invite system right now. So although LinkedIn's freelance marketplace has been in beta since earlier this year, it's still in the very beginning stages. So as you've probably noticed in this video, there's no automatic invoicing or payments like you get with Upwork and Fiverr. Now, this means you have to handle the invoicing all by yourself, which can be a very manual process. One of my favorite aspects of Upwork is the desktop application that tracks your time on hourly contracts. I get paid the same day every single week and never have to worry about a client paying me late or not paying at all. At present on LinkedIn's freelance marketplace, freelancers like you cannot leave reviews for clients. Now this means that if a client is notorious for paying late or simply, not fun to work with, you'll have no way of knowing that before you work with the client. And out of all of the current limitations, I think the biggest one for me as a freelancer is not being able to search for jobs. However, I don't think it will always be that way. LinkedIn did state that over time, all the missing features will be reevaluated. So in my opinion, if LinkedIn really wants to create a freelance marketplace that competes with Upwork and Fiverr, then they need to spend the time and money to add the missing features. Upwork and Fiverr will continue leading the way, and LinkedIn does not pose any threat to them. Upwork actually just had a massive third quarter with revenues up 32%. However, even with all the missing features, as a freelancer, I love this move by LinkedIn. It shows how rapidly the freelance workforce is growing and evolving. For your next steps, make sure you watch the videos coming up on the end screen. You will learn how to win Upwork jobs fast and how to avoid common Upwork mistakes. Then head over to patreon.com/JoshBurnsTech to join the freelance mentoring program, which has a limited number of spots available. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Which simplifies a lot of things, including automating taxes for my business. Hey,